Hello everyone and welcome back to the bonus stage on YouTube. We are your hosts. My name is Jeff Ward.
My name is Tom Higgins.
And today, in a celebration for us because we're huge fans of this demo already, but in celebration of Sniper Elite V2 demo release, we're going to go back and take a look at Sniper Elite 1. So this game came out 2005, 7 years ago. Wow. It doesn't seem like that long, but again, we played the shit out of it.
Yeah, classic Xbox, PS2, and PC.
Yeah, and Tom and I played it on the Xbox for days and days and days. I never had the original Xbox. My brother did, but we never had that game. So I was always over at your place playing it. I'd just go and essentially spend the night, and we would play all through the night, and it would be more of a competition than it would be like cooperatively trying
Teabagging Nazis at like 200 yards.
Yeah, we would. The game essentially revolves. It's a World War II shooter.
You're an elite sniper.
Yes, and that's pretty much the story. You're just making your way through the grand stages of World War II, and you're killing Nazis, which is a lot of fun. And there's a ton of really cool like nuance to the game about how to go in, scope in, do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, before you lose interest in it, it's not just another World War II shooter. It's a World War II shooter where you play probably the most delicate job of all, and that's being a sniper.
Yeah.
So the game is pretty much stealth. If you get caught out in the open, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Your character is not resilient at all.
No, about 2 shots, like realistically 2 shots and you're dead.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, if anyone's ever seen Enemy at the Gates, you're Vasily. Like,
pretty much. Pretty
cool role to play, but insanely vulnerable.
Yeah. Now the big selling point on this game was twofold, and essentially it's the bullet physics, because not many games carried realistic bullet physics.
Yeah.
This would count your drop and your wind essentially.
Yeah.
So you had to account for how far they are, how strong the wind's going. You had to make like obscene shots sometimes.
Yeah. If they were really really far off in the distance, you would have to lead the and if they were moving as well too, you'd have to lead the target.
Yeah.
But you're looking at having the guy's head here and your crosshairs over there just to make the bullet match up with wind and bullet drop. I mean,
yeah.
But here comes in the second part of the game, which is why it was so popular, especially for us.
The second part is a slow-mo bullet time. So if you get a kill shot on key features on the body, so essentially it's the head, the kind of the upper torso, like your chest or your heart and lungs, and then your crotch.
Yeah. Key pieces, guys.
You know,
you actually should, if you were going to like label them like the most important, crotch would be number 1.
Heart and maybe brain.
Yeah, well, because the other two, right? I mean, like, you get shot in the heart, you're pretty much dead instantly. You get shot in the head, pretty much dead instantly. You get shot in the nuts, you wish you were dead instantly because your life's over regardless if you survive or not.
Essentially. And that's what it is. So the whole point of the game is to try and be as accurate as possible. You want essentially a 1-for-1 accuracy.
Yeah.
And you want to get that headshot because as soon as you pull that trigger, the camera whips out and you see the bullet just go by slow-mo, and it follows the bullet. And if it's a long shot, you're watching that bullet for like 10 seconds. Sometimes you're just like,
oh my God, already. No, but the thing is, like, it gets really exciting towards the end because you're like, oh.
Yeah, the tension builds up, but at the same time, you're just like, oh, find his head already.
Yeah,
like, you just want to see it because when it connects, I can't remember in the original. It's been still a little while since I played it.
Been a long time.
I can't remember if it gives you the X-ray.
It does not give you the X-ray,
but it just shows his face go plah!
Yeah, like hunks of his head come off,
and then the backside of his head comes off, and you get like chunks of skin just flap out and like all JFK style.
Yeah, it's
on there.
Pink mist. I mean, it is a cool game. The downsides to the game is that the story is just boring as hell. I mean, I remember a lot of the game and the gameplay and the settings. I have no idea what I was supposed to be doing except for surviving World War II.
Essentially, your story was, here's an important German, character.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Yeah, pretty much. But, also, one of the reasons why you want to make every shot count and you want to essentially get a kill every time you pull that trigger, because if you don't, you are dead quickly if they find you.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, you get found very easily. It kind of suffers for that Far Cry syndrome, essentially, where they can spot you thousands of yards away, and really the glint of your scope is the only thing that gives you away.
Yeah.
And that gets really frustrating. Did we beat the game cooperatively? I think we did, or we got close.
I don't think so.
There were some levels at the end of the game that were really hard. I mean, even when we were actually working together, tough friggin' levels. But the main kind of crux of the game for us and why it was so much fun is just because we would start a mission that we'd played 100 times before, and we would just sprint. And I wanted to get the first shot. He wanted to get the first shot. It was a competition.
Yeah, essentially it became like a triathlon. You know, like skiing,
it's like a metagame
shooting.
that we built.
Essentially, like who can get through the level fastest? Like time trial Splinter Cell, essentially.
Yeah.
Really weird. You're trying to be stealthy, but you want to get as fast as possible. So we're just cranking out bullets left and right, like we're essentially firing slow machine guns.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even aiming, just like ah.
Yeah. We were just like I remember just like firing off 3 full magazines, and I hadn't hit anyone yet, but I didn't care because I was just trying to beat you to the shot.
The first person to get essentially the bullet cam on some target.
Like, oh, that's who won.
I think it's the first level. He's up fairly high, so it's really difficult to account for drops since you're trying to aim up over him and kind of like arc into him. But he was also like 1,000 yards away, so it was a long shot. And
he was up on top of that building, right?
Yeah.
It was like a big museum building.
Yeah, it's a building to the same effect of like the Reichstag, like a big building. Yeah. It wasn't quite as urbanized. It had a long field around it. But holy hell, just trying to get that shot. And like we'd sit there for a while. You'd get the occasional guy who like patrol who turns the corner. He's like, there they are. We'd also be like, ah, crap. Just pot shot.
And then mostly restart the episode.
Essentially, like it was always who could get that first kill or the coolest kill.
Yeah. And a lot of the time it was you shoot a guy in the leg and he's dropped in the street and he's not dead yet. His friend will go over to help him. And then you try to take the other guy out, which is actually quite a like in popular culture and war films. If there's a sniper involved, usually you see him shoot a guy down so that he lures the other guys out. I mean, it's in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. It's using guilt, you know? It's like,
exactly.
Oh my god, my buddy's not quite dead yet.
And that's where I got the scrotum shot on it. Like this Nazi like doubled over top of this guy who I just shot in the leg, and I get this sniper shot and it just goes into slow motion. And Tom and I knew right away that this was going to be the shot. And I thought it was just going to hit him in the head. But we saw the bullet from behind and it started to drop down really quickly and we're like, oh, and it just right in the testicles. And one of the cool things, and I think we'll probably talk about it next week because we'll review the demo fully, but one of the really cool things about the demo for Sniper Elite V2 is that it has this X-ray mode and it can do like internal organ shots, and they actually have like a testicle shot. Like it goes in and you can see the danglers and it just pops them as the bullet goes through, which is rad. It's a really good game. Hard to find though. Like I can't.
You can get it on Steam easy enough.
Oh, it's on Steam. Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
like $10
hard to get a
on
physical
Steam.
copy.
Yeah, for the consoles, it might be a bit of a challenge, but it is definitely worth picking up. Its co-op is an insane, just blast.
Yeah, local co-op, but I mean that's kind of the co-op you want. Was it available for PS2?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I think it was cross-platform. If you can find it, highly recommend it. It's going to be worth whatever, like $10 you have to pay now.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun. You don't have to play it if you're really excited about V2 because the story's not going to carry through. It's going to have nothing to do with the original game. It's really just about shooting Nazis in slow motion. And
pretty much. My girlfriend actually called me sick because after playing this game like 60 times in a row, the other day we were driving home from grocery shopping. We were listening to a certain song. It was Chopin's Raindrops.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, this is one of those good songs that they put on like slow-mo death scenes when like the mob sends you out like just a wave of hits, and then it's playing that music as the doors are getting kicked in and they're just stapling random mobsters up the side. That popped into my head, and my girlfriend just suddenly was like, you're a sick person. All you think about is slow-mo deaths. And my response was, pause.
Yeah. That's how we do it. It's fun stuff. The core of the game, really, I don't give a shit about any of the other stuff. It's about slow motion bullet kills. That's really all it is about.
It is.
And for $10, I'd say that's completely worth it. Mm-hmm. We're really excited about Sniper Elite V2. After playing the demo, it's an absolute buy on launch for me. Which after my kind of like, I still feel I got burned a little bit, but I've kind of moved on from the I Am Alive stuff. I didn't think I would ever do that again. But this one is
because you played the demo.
I played the demo, yeah. And I've played the demo a lot too, which is something that I kind of wrestle with. Like, how much should I play the demo? Is playing it
starting to
too
scale
much?
back.
You're starting to scale back, yeah. I mean, I think I'll play it a little bit more this weekend, but after this weekend, I'm not going to touch it because the game actually comes out
May 2nd, I believe.
Yeah, so about 3 weeks from now, which is a Friday, Friday the 13th on April. So we're really excited about it.
2.5 weeks.
You will see a review of that for sure here on the bonus stage. And that's it for this episode. Sniper Elite, we played it on the Xbox. It's on Steam right now. Go and pick it up because it's awesome. And play that demo too because you're going to want to know what we think later. It is so much fun. That's it for this week. We will see you guys next week on the bonus stage. We are your hosts. My name is Jeff Ward.
My name is Tom Higgins.
And we'll see you later.